So today we will be starting our AWS backup. So what exactly a backup deals with? So backup is nothing but it's a policy based backup solutions. So and we can create the backup plan. First of all, like we need an wallet that is called as backup vault need to be get created. So the use of backup vault is nothing but it stores your data or it stores your restore points or it stores your uh, mm, backed up data. And it's also that before to work with a vault we need to create a plan that specifies the backup schedule and retention rule. So what is the schedule you need to specify and what is the retention rule. And the default rule is 35 days of a backup. So it will automatically initiate the backup and manage the backup and resources associated with that plan. So we need to assign some resources to the plan. What are the resources that we can assign to a backup or we can take the backup? That is, we can take an EC2 backup, we can take EBS volume backup, and we can take an RDS database backup and DynamoDB backup and our EFS file system backup and more. So we and etc. Like we will have and more services which can be performed through an AWS backup. So it's not mandatory that you need to go only with the AWS backup, but most of the companies, those who are using an AWS as a cloud service provider, they use the same as the AWS backup, because it stores the backup on Amazon S3 or Glacier. Glacier means what? So for the long time storage, we will be using a Glacier storage, or otherwise we will be storing the backup data on Amazon S3, and it will be easy to move the data from one region to another region. And you can also store the data. You can take the backup of your entire EC2 instance on different region. So that is also possible. One region to another region, you can take the region backup also. And the point to point recovery and quick restoration is possible with if you have gone with an AWS backup rather than going with a third party backup tool. We have a third party backup tools also, which is freely integrated with our AWS service provider. So but which will be costing an additional cost. But here the AWS backup in itself, you are not going to pay anything for the services, but only the utilization or the storage utilization what is used on your AWS backup, which you are going to pay for it. So so AWS backup has a built-in inscription to secure the backup, and we have a centralized management. Like we have only one console, which is called as AWS Backup Console. From there, you can manage your backup, and you can manage your plans, and you can manage your evolve. Everything can be managed by centralizingly. So if you have a regional backup, also you can manage it. Okay. So there are more advantages. Like you remember, we at the time of we are discussing some volume called as snapshot. Okay, you remember how the snapshot works, right? So do you want me to go to that slide again? Let me go to that slide. First. So I am sharing the screen now. Yeah. So hope you remember this screen, right? How the snapshot works. In the same fashion, the backup also works. So the backup and snapshot both works in a same order, which is called as your incremental backup. Okay, or like if you have a 10 GB of a data, and here here if you think about here if you think about your backup data, that is called as your 10 GB of your backup data, and where the backup, when you take a snapshot, so the only 10 GB of data will be backed up, and once if you write some data or modified some data, only the 4 GB of your data, it's nothing but reference, uh, like it has been modified, that only will get backed up. And if you go for the third section, that is called as class C. So third section, that is called as a class C. Then it will be go for another 2 GB of data, which has you have modified. If you have modified 2 GB of your data, means new data has written, that new data will be taken as a backup. So that is depends upon. So here what will happen, we will be creating a snapshot in the same fashion, in the same fashion in the same fashion, it's called as a restore points. So whenever you create a backup, a restore point will be get created. Based upon your restore point, you are going to restore the you are going to restore your VMs, or you are going to restore your backup data. So that we need to make very that we need to analyze that. Hope everyone is okay with this. Everyone know about the terminology and how the snapshot works. Now directly we'll go and configure the backups. Log into your AWS console and enter backup. You will select an AWS backup. Here first what you need to do, you need to create a plan. So before creating a plan, we need to create a vault. Why? Because if I create a plan, it will ask me for a vault. I need to give the vault name here. So I don't have a vault. So I will go for AWS. Sorry, here backup, AWS backup. In that we have a vault option. So here we can create a vault called as create backup vault. Name your vault backup demo 01. Okay. 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 So backup demo 01. So you simply create a vault. A vault has been created. Then you go for backup plans. Create a backup plan. What is a backup plan? Backup plan is a plan where it identifies the resources, for what resource it need to be backed up, and what are the schedules that we can define. So we have a start with a template. So we have a default templates. If I go with a daily 35 days of retention, and daily day, monthly, 1 year retention, and 5 years retention, and 7 years retention, it's a default template, so which will be defaultly created. So if I say as daily 35 days of retention, so a default 35 days of retention policy will be get created. Okay, so here backup rule we need to create. Okay, So first we are not going to do anything on this. So if you want to use a default template, we can use a default template. I am mentioning a name as daily hyphen ec2 hyphen backup. I am keeping the daily default rule, so daily backup will be happen. Okay, if you want to edit, just if you can click the edit rule, and here you can see there is a no default. Vault has been selected, so I will select here my default vault. You can manually add your rule also. Daily hyphen ec2 hyphen backup. I am adding a rule daily hyphen backup. I am choosing a evault. I am selecting a frequency that is nothing but we have hourly for every 2 hours, daily, weekly, monthly, and we can customize our schedule also. So I am choosing as a daily. So now the main concept is nothing but a backup window. What do you mean by backup window? Backup window means for how many hours you want me to run this rule, or you want me to run this process. So I says that start within 1 hour. So within a 1 hour of creation of rule, you need to start and you run it for another 8 hours or 6 hours. So till 6 hours, this rule will be running, and it will target all your EC2 instances. Sometimes you will get an error message saying that your backup is out of scope or your backup is not confirmed completed. Some error message saying that your rule not into the scope. So you will get some error message in this way. It means that your backup has started within the time of 1 hour, but it has not completed within the 6 hours. Means after 6 hours also the backup was not completed, then the backup will be get failed. So in that situation, in that situation what you need to do is you need to increase the completion time. It currently it's a 6 hours, you need to increase for 8 hours, or you need to go for 10 hours or 12 hours. So like that you can go for up to 6 days, up to 7 days you can do it. Okay, and here you need to specify the start time. So when you want to start, so within a 30 minutes or within a 5 minutes. So I will be selecting within a 5 minutes start time. It's 00. Okay, I need to select the start time. What is the time now? It's 10, right? 10 means 21, right? 22, right? It's 22, and I need to select. Let me select as 22:30. Let me selecting. I am selecting a start time as 22:30, and here I need to select my region or country. Yeah, you need to select Asia, Kolkata. Okay, select this 12:20 to 30. The backup will be start. So start for 1 hour, and it will be running completion within 6 hours. So next, come down. For how many days you need to keep your backup? So I will say my total retention period is for 30 days, or you can increase days or weeks or month or year forever. So if you can keep forever means for a long time. So for 1 week it's for 1 week, and you can for 1 month it's nothing but 30 days I can keep, or for 1 year I can keep, like that. You can specify the plan. Here the plan is also is nothing but we are defining the retention period. So here I have kept for 12 months. Let us wait for 12 days. So let us take for 1 month. Okay, or let us go for 10 days. Okay, so this is a warm storage, and you have move backup from warm to cold. So warm to cold is nothing but, so at least 90 days of retention period is required to move the data from cold storage to warm storage to cold storage. So point in time recovery. So continuous backup for point in time recovery. With continuous backup, you can restore your AWS backup support resource by rewarding it back up to specific time that you chosen. So within a 1 second of, also you can restore the data. If you select this majorly point in time recovery, we will be using for databases, not for our EC2 instances. So EC2 instances will create a record point or pointer. So whenever restore point, whenever it creates a backup. Okay, so move the backup, we are not doing anything. So here we can use any of that. Otherwise we can use an S3 or EBS. So for storing my backup index, so I'm not using anything. And here copy to destination is nothing but we can choose any of the region to copy my data, copy my backup from one region to another region. If I select that, so if I select a west region, okay, US West 2 means my data will be get copied to my west region. There also I need to create one vault. But if I won't create a vault, it will be defaultly moved to the default vault. So I'm not doing it anything. Right now I'm not doing any regional or copying backup. Okay. So add a backup rule. So I have added a backup rule called as backup demo. So I will be removing this. The default one I have removed. So I have created a new rule for my backup. So backup plan name daily EC2 backup. Say create a plan. Now you need to include the resources. Include all resources means what? So all the resources which need to be backed up, so everything will be included. But I don't want to include everything. I want to specifically include my EC2 instance. If I select include specific resource type, so now you can select here, you can see Aurora is DSQL, CloudFormation, DocumentDB, DynamoDB, EBS, ES2, EFS, ESX, EFSX, Neptune, RDS, Redshift, serverless, S3, storage gateway, timeline, VMware, virtual machine. These all everything will be get backed up. So by using AWS backup services, you can back up any of these resources. So currently I am using an EC2. Okay, and here I am choosing a all EC2s. Either if you remove this, you can choose multiple EC2s for a particular plan. So I am selecting all EC2s need to be backed up. Okay. So if there is any exclusions, then I can add an exclusions also. So I don't want to add any exclusion. I am assigning the resource. So I have assigned a resource now. Okay, resource name I need to give EC2 hyphen resource. So that is called as IMA role. I need to specify. I am using a default IMA role with a name called as EC2 resource hyphen backup. Okay. Assign backups. So it says that currently selection cloud could backup many resource and may have cost impacted. So okay. So it's saying that I will be impacting with the cost. So okay, I have created one backup plan with a name backup plan called as daily backup rule and daily EC2 backup, and here it's a daily backup and EC2 resource backup, that is called as my resource alignment. Okay, let us go for the jobs. The backup will start after 10 minutes exactly. Okay, let us wait for another 10 minutes. Okay, why? Because we have provided a schedule at 10:30, right? That is only the schedule we provided, right? So let us see. Go for backup plan. We have done 2 backups. I will delete this. So I have created the same name with the 2 plans. I am deleting on old one. We have done this one. So let us see here. Backup, daily backup. What is the schedule we have provided? Daily backup, say edit. Yes, it's 22:30. So Asia Kolkata time, and 1 hour to 6 hours. Okay. So let's wait for another 2 to 8 minutes so that my backup starts. Okay. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, let me know. No questions? Inshallah, by this in this week weekend, I may take one extra class if it is not got completed. So if our AWS is not got completed, I may take an extra class on Saturday or Sunday. Any one day, I will inform you. Okay. Inshallah, from the next week we will be starting our Azure. Let's wait for another 2 to 3 minutes. It will take some time to start sometimes. Is it my backup is started or not? Why it is not started? Everyone? So we can also create an on-demand backup. On-demand backup. Why we are using an on-demand backup? Because if after, sometimes if I receive an error message or alert saying that my backup was failed, so at that point I will be doing a manual backup for a particular EC2 or for a particular server by selecting the same backup plan or the same resource. So that is called as on-demand backup. So create an on-demand backup. Here I will be selecting an EC2. I need to choose an EC2 instance. Okay. Create a backup now. So with a days of 30 days of retention policy, you need to choose the vault, which vault you want to use. So like I will be using a demo 123 vault. So here IMA role, it's a default IMA role. I am selecting it and say create on-demand backup. So the backup job has created now for web server 1. So this is an on-demand backup. It's not an automated backup. So automated backup automatically it will start. So record for scheduling and schedule or on-demand backup. So schedule jobs is already it's not yet started. Let's wait for some time. Meanwhile, we can do another topic that is called as our AWS organization. So what do you mean by AWS organization? Is nothing but we can add multiple AWS account in a single console, so that we can manage multiple regions, like multiple customers can be managed on a single AWS account. So that is nothing but your AWS region. Okay. So what we will do, so go to an AWS organization. Here I have only one AWS account, that is my only root account. Can anyone share their account so that I can add that account also to my account? Say add. So create a AWS account, or I can create a new AWS account, or I can invite to an existing AWS account. So you can provide me account at the rate of your email ID or your account name, account ID or email ID. Anyone can provide AWS account details. No one want to provide the account details, AWS account. Is it my voice is audible to all? Okay, thanks, Mohammed. Invite an existing account. Testing. Send invite. You can see you will receive an invitation email. Mohammed, have you received any invitation email from me? Okay. Okay, can you accept the request? Invitation. Okay, just a minute. See, this is the account. This is a if you can click on list, I have multiple accounts. One is called as my account, and another is your Mohammad's account. Okay, if I click this account, so I got the details of this account. Backup policies. So if you can go back and see the root account, go to the AWS account, list down here, see go to the next and see the policies. Here also you have only backup policies enabled. So applied policy is no policy is attached to this rule. From here you can manage, you can create multiple policies and you can attach to an individual accounts. So here you have a policy section. You can enable or disable the policies that is called as resource control policy, declarative policies for EC2. So, and you have a backup policies, which I have enabled just now. So if I want to enable a tag policies, going a tag policies and say enable a tag policies. So tag policy is enabled. So based upon the tagging, you can create some policies over there. Go for your AWS accounts. Here you list it and click on the Mohammad's account. Previously, it was showing only a backup policy. Now you can see the tag policies also. So you can attach this policy. So saying as attach a backup policy. So here you can attach your policies which has been defaultly created by your organization or your main organization with your root account. So like if I go for the policies here, I'm going to a backup policy, and here I am going to create some backup policy, saying as create backup policy called as daily underscore backup EC2. Okay. So backup plan name, I will be creating EC2 underscore backup. So backup plan region. So I will be selecting all region. Okay. Yes, I am not selecting any region. Let us not select any region. So rule name. This is a plan name, and here you can see we have a plan and a rule. Under the plan, we have a rule. Okay. See, now our another backup rule has started. that is called as 2230 rule is already started now. So this is an automated rule. We have not done anything. Automatically it has been started and it is currently in a running stage. Backup plan rule name daily underscore backup demo underscore AC2 underscore backup. So for identification purpose, I am using an underscore for a policy which I am creating defaultly through an AWS organization. Okay. Backup vault name, enter a backup vault name. You can create any backup vault name. My new vault 2025. So preferably daily backup. So use a backup window default. It's 5 a.m. UTC. So start within 8 hours. So I want to customize. So I don't want to use an UTC time. So here definitely you need to use. So whenever you are creating a backup policy globally, see you can see here I have not selected any region here. So if you go and see here backup plan, this is for my and only for my US region. So but whenever you are creating any policy for a global purpose, or at that point, yeah, every time it will select only UTC time, not any other time zone. So you need to specify you need to convert your UTC to IST time. So we have an converter UTC to IST. You can use this, so it will be easy. So I say 11:30 p.m. It's nothing but eleven thirty is nothing but 6 p.m. in UTC time. What do you mean by 6? It says 18, right? 18. That in 24 hours time it will take. So start time it will be in a 1 hour, and completion is for 6 hours. So generate copy, I am keeping it optional. So I will be saying as add rule after that. So I am a rule I need to create. Resource underscore backup. Resource backup underscore usage. Say create policy. Backup plan region at least one means east. So I have created one policy here that in AWS organization, go for backup policy. It's a default policy. It's a global policy which can be assigned to any of the region. Go for attachment action and say attach a policy. So for which organization or for which account you want to attach, you can select this. You want to select, if you want to see here, you can go here and you can see attach a policy. Okay, backup policy. I'm attaching my policy to both the organization or both the accounts. Say attach a policy. This policy is attached daily backup and daily underscore backup underscore EC2. This is a policy which has been attached to my organization. To verify it, go for policies under IMA. Mohammed, can you see? Are you able to get this policy under IMA and policies? For me, it's taking some time. Okay, you are not able to see. I think it's taking some time. So in a policies type, it's a customer managed policy. So here you will get an daily backup EC2 policy. Let us see this. Yeah. See here, you got an okay. See in your backup AWS backup, can you see EC2 underscore backup as a policy? See as a plan. So this is what we created during and from AWS organization. Global backup plan. You can see this. It's a global backup plan. Backup plan created from AWS organization policies are not allowed to delete or edit. So you cannot edit or delete these plans. This is an interview question. So can you able to delete or modify a backup plan or policy which has been created globally? Means no, you cannot edit or delete. So that will be done by the global owner only, from where the policies has been organized or created. Can you go to your AWS backup console and see under the backup plans? Can you see any backup plan over there? Amal, are you checking? Yes, great. So it's nothing but it's an organization policy. Like that, you can have multiple. You can create multiple policies on your organization level, okay? And you can also create integrated services. You can integrate the services. So in the settings, you will get an organization ID and management account and delegate administration for your AWS services. So you can create an default user who can manage or delegate your policies. So for the delegation means what? So on behalf of is called as your delegation. So you can create multiple users to manage your controls. These are the some advantages of. Yes, that's right. You will get this error. Why? Because you are now under a management account, under my account. So whatever I can manage to your account. So whatever the policies, you could not load the root of the organization. You don't have a permission to see the resource because the management account has no granted you the permissions to view your account. I need to grant the permissions. What I will do is I will remove your account. So I am removing your account. I have removed your account now. Can you check now, Mohammed? Okay, let us come here and let us see. Uh, we have completed our two tasks. One is a task which has been on demand, and another is by automated. How you can identify? Go to backup job ID, and here you can see that it has been completed instance ID. So here, this is a difference. What you can see, if you can click this, you can see the completion date, creation date, and IMA role, and backup size, and resource type, and AR endpoint, and status, and resource name, and resource ID. Once you come to the scheduled job, in a scheduled job, you can see the backup plan and backup rule name. So the daily backup rule name we have created, and we have created a backup plan. So this is the difference. This is an extra option you will get reflected once it is an scheduled backup. If it is an on-demand backup, you will not get these options displaying over here. You can see here, I can go for on-demand. I don't have these options. Why? Because I have done manually. So if you go with automated automation, so in your automation, we have created a backup plan and a backup rule. So by using a backup rule and backup plan, it has been generated, or it has been created my backup jobs. So if you want to restore, like we will, what we will do is we will go and delete our EC2 instance. Okay. And we will try to restore it instances. So I will have one EC2 instance that is called as web server 01. So my public IP is 34.229.52.244. So I will go here and I will terminate my EC2 instance. Okay, I have terminated my EC2 instance. Mohammed, have you checked your account once? I have removed it from my management. Yes, my one EC2 instance has been terminated. It means that I don't have any available in EC2 instance. So I will try to restore it from a restore point. So go for the production resource. So here everything is we are going to manage on a single console. That is called as we are going to manage our dashboard, and we can see jobs dashboard. So backup how many, if any fail or anything has been. Backup plans, jobs. Okay. For production resource, in this production resource, you type the resource ID that is called as your instance ID. Click on this. You can find two restore points. This is the first restore point which we have created manually, and the second restore point is which has been created automatically. Okay. So select this one, the latest one, and click on restore. So we are restoring our EC2 instance that is called as T3. So instance type is T3 micro. So it is here you can change the VPCs. So if I don't want to restore in the same VPC, if I want to restore in a different VPC and different subnet, I can choose it. And if I want, I can choose a different security group also. Restore with original IMA role. So if I have a different IMA role, you can configure it here. So it's a choose an IMA role. I don't want to choose any IMA role here. So I will use a default role. So restore backup. So my entire EC2 instance will be get restore. The restoration is in process. Go to EC2 and refresh it. So you got your server that is called as web server. It is getting initialized. So the previous web server which we have terminated it, and this server we are restoring from our backup. So still it is in running stage. Let it get complete, and after that you can see your one more server here. So your task is nothing but you create the evolve and you try to create a plan with different plans. You try to create another plan. For example, like create a backup plan, that is build a new plan. You go with a new plan using instead of using a template, give a plan name called as uh, EFS underscore backup. Okay. Weekly underscore EFS underscore backup. So choose the vault. Instead of daily frequency, I am selecting as weekly. Weekly means on Monday, Tuesday, on which date you want. So not on every day. So by default on Friday. So every Friday. So backup window will be at somewhere around somewhere. You select any time and select IST. Okay, and point. So total retention policy. Okay. You create a plan in this way. Okay. If you go for include all resource type, no, you select this one and you select an EFS. Okay. You only select an EFS over here. So all file systems, which backups. So I don't have an EFS right now. So that's the reason it's not reflecting me. So I will select all file systems here and say assign resource. I need to give the name EFS underscore backup. So this is a backup plan for my EFS backup. Like that, you have multiple backup plans you can create and you can associate these backup plans with your evolves. I have two evolves only, backup demo and demo 123. If I want to see, is there any restore points created? Go for backup demo. Yes, there is one EC2 instance image was created that is called as web server 1. So click on this. Okay, this is nothing but my restore point. It's a first restore point by using a plan called as daily EC2 backup. A restore point is created. Protected resource means what are the resources which are getting protected. Here it will display all the resource information. Currently we are using only web server 01. Okay. So come to EC2 instance. Let us see whether my EC2 is up and running or not. Yes, it is up and running. Okay. So let us see the status. Go for jobs. So restore jobs. It's completed. Restore time 1 minute has taken. It has to taken 1 minute to restore it. Let us try to log in and access this VM. So which has been restored by our AWS. Click on this. Say connect. See, you have a different public IP address now. This is an successfully we have created our, so we have launched our EC2 instance which has been restored from our backup. Okay. We have also completed our organizations, AWS organizations. So any queries or any doubts? Mohammed, is your account is okay now? Can you able to launch your resources? Okay, fine. So by using an AWS organization, you can manage your multiple AWS account with a single policy. So one policy can be used for multiple organizations or multiple accounts. So you it's nothing but it's called as a root policy, and that root policy can be defined to multiple AWS accounts. From there you can manage your resources. So one policy for everyone. It's a future of AWS organization. So in a one organization, multiple AWS account. For multiple AWS accounts, there is a one default policy, and that by using that default policy, now that default policy will be a main policy for another accounts. So the another account users are not able to manage or modify any resources on their accounts. Why? Because it will be in a control of your main organizer or root account from which it has sent an invitation to join. Okay, that's what the issue which Muhammad was facing. So with the resources, so that was an advantage of managing multiple AWS accounts in your organization. So in my current organization where I am working, we have almost 65 AWS accounts, so that all 65 AWS accounts are managed by a single console. Single AWS console, we are managing all the 65 AWS accounts, and all the 65 AWS accounts contains EC2 instances. So whenever we get an alert, so based upon the tag, we will be identifying the resource, and we are going to access that account, and we are going to troubleshoot it. And in this part, the major thing is that is an inventory. So we need to manage our inventory first. So every day, whenever there are some servers which may be turn off, or which may be get turn which may be new servers get installed. So everything will be managed from our inventory. So how you are going to manage your inventory, and how you are going to manage your patches on your servers, and how you are going to communicate your servers, are how your servers are going to communicate with a tools, that we will be seeing in your next topic, that is called a system manager topic. In a system manager, we are going to see how you are going to manage your systems, how you are going to manage your policies in your environment. So that's the and how you are going to update your servers with your patches. So with the security patches, that's we'll be going to see in our next session, that is called as system manager. Okay, is it clear with everyone? So once you configure, or once you tried, or once you tested your backup, make sure to delete the backup policies and backup vault. Why? Because it will be charged very high to you. So first of all, you need to delete the restore points under the vault. Go for vault. Demo 1 2 3. I don't. Yeah, I have one restore point. Select this one. Delete. Select that and select delete vault. Confirm. It's deleted. Go for backup plans. So I'm deleting your plans now. It's a global backup plan. We cannot delete it. I will be deleting from here. Backup policy. So let us keep this for now. Policies will not got costing you anything. So first you need to delete the resource. Then you need to delete the plan. Okay. This is a default vault or default EFS backup. So at the time of creation of EFS, it has been created defaultly. So I don't have permission to delete this. So here now protected resources empty because I have deleted both the vaults now or both the restore points. Now I will be deleting. Yes, Firasat. Firasat, you are on mute. Your voice is not audible. Are you on? You want to ask anything? Firasat, if anything there, just ping in a chat. Okay. Alim sir, are you available? Hope recordings are getting saved in the tool, right? So everyone is able to access that recording and able to see the sessions, right? Are any issues in that? Alimuddin sir, are you available? So the one thing which I was discussing you in a last session or last class, that we are going to bring some opportunity and offer for you for uh, in this course, the students, those who have joined the first batch of our CCODNX on AWS and Azure. So for them, we are giving an offer of referral points. So if any referral is there, then we are allocating a points of 1,000 points for two courses. For each course, it's a 500 points we are allocating to them, and these points they can redeem for the next course which you try to enroll. Like we are going to start multiple courses on. We are going to start our uh, Google Cloud also, and we are also going to start our DevOps courses as well. So we are going to start CCNA course, networking course also. So on the same platform, so you can redeem of any of you can redeem that points when you are enrolling for that course. So um, that is a offer we used to give to the students, those who have already joined an new batch. As like Firasat has enrolled two students, so he will be getting 2,000 points. So like that, everyone will be getting some points for a single course. Like we have different courses now. AWS we have one course, and Azure we have another course. Previously in a inaugural offer, we have provided two courses in a single bundle, but right now we have divided the course into two parts, so AWS and Azure. So from Monday onwards, we will be starting an Azure course. Then there are some more few students, those who are going to join in a Azure batch. So they will be joining with you itself. So if you have any friends who want to refer, you can refer them, and they can join. They can get an enroll, and they can join from Monday on Azure courses, so that they will continue on Azure. And after that, if they are enrolling for both the course, Azure and AWS, then after that, after 1 month, we will be starting an AWS. They can join that AWS course also, and inshallah by 1 or 2 months we will be starting an GCP as well, Google Cloud also. So this course also will be taken by me in myself only. So if you want, you can enroll that course also later, and you can use this you can redeem these points which you have earned by referrings. Okay. So that is what Nareem sir want to disclose this information to you all. As I see that the sir is not available, so I have informed this to you. Okay. So if you have any queries on this part, then you can contact to Alim sir. He will guide you on that. Okay. Okay. So hope there are no queries for now. So for this session. So tomorrow we will be discussing about the system manager, where we will collecting our inventory, and where we will be deploying the patches to our host servers, and we will see that the deployment is successful or not. So we will try to demonstrate the patching activity tomorrow, and at the same time we will try to discuss about access analyzers and some other points also, so which we'll be covering in our topics. Okay. Okay. So inshallah we will meet tomorrow. So we will be ending up the session now. Okay. Thanks all. Bye.